How's it going, Tetsui? Had an awesome time during the recent stress test? Great. I'm glad. Good. Is my audio all good, by the way? I would like to know. Yes, sounds fine. Great. Could lower this music a smidge? Will do. Thank you. You are my ears. Alright. Now that we have this guy all set up, let's enable fly cam. Let's go over here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take this and grab the whole thing, paste it over here. And let's see. Got my glove, got my pen. And we're also going to go over here. And so what this is currently doing, and I'll have to edit this. I don't know why I'm really editing it right now, just so that we have like a base color, I guess. But what I'm doing here is I'm creating the mask. Maybe I should just do a hard round brush or something. Creating the mask so that the colors that work or that they essentially grab. Right, you'll see it right here. I'm gonna save this. Oops, hold on. There we go. Oh, I actually might want to add some blue. Right now we only have 2, but it might be worth it to, just as like a test, we're gonna do this. Actually, we won't do those things yet. So we'll do this. And we're going to make this blue. Extremely blue. Oops. Right there. So now we go like this. We're going to copy. We're going to paste it back over here. We're going to erase these sides on both of these. Delete this original one. Save this. Click over here. And as you can see, we now have the mask properly recoloring these things. And I'm just gonna go over to the leg section, LARP B. I'm gonna do like a red. So see how we can recolor things based off of this mask? Right, so if we wanted, we could go here. Oh my god. Hold on, I think I have a... I'm gonna attempt something. Alright, you see here? We got some red now. I was like, oh my god, what if we did something like this? Jesus, can I paint correctly? Yo, isn't that fucking dope? That's pretty cool. Just Amphibian. Hey, watching Twitch, cooking some ham and steak. I got from the food bank. Some ham steak I got from the food bank. Dude. Do you like Spam by any chance? Just Amphibian? Dude, I fucking live for Spam. Shit's dope. Spam is gross, this man says. This man hasn't had properly cooked Spam in his life. Love Spam. Alright, let's... Oh god. I have tried something out and now I'm regretting it. But the idea here is pretty simple. It's that we can add in layers like this, add in like color variation and or like grease layers or blood layers or whatever. Grunge layers. In my opinion, pretty cool. JK though, I eat Spam all the time. Eat some black beans or falafel. Stoic Outrider says, what up, Gabo? Hey, Chinny D. Hey, Therion. Alright. So, anyway, enough of this. Let's get to actually painting now that the things are sort of set up right. Dude, those Hawaiians, man, know how to make great Spam. I only know that because I watched a Gordon Ramsay video and he went to, I think it was Hawaii, and they cooked some amazing Spam. It's the only reason I know. I've never met Hawaiian that makes great Spam. So what I could be saying is complete bullshit, but that's what I've heard. Grew up to poor single mom trailer park. I can cook the fuck out of some spam. Let's go. Need some, dude. Were those anime rice balls filled with spam? Hey Chaz. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, hold on. My mind's on spam right now. I need to get my mind in the game. Paint some stuff. Yeah, so anyway, that luncheon meat stuff. I know you guys don't have a release date, and there are no near it, I get it, but I'm guessing with 2 years of development so far, there's going to be another 3 to 5 more, so 2026, 2028 release date. Would I be in the ballpark? That is... no comment. I don't know, man. Look. If I had my way, I'd go full-time on this and bang out as many fucking textures that are needed, and we'd get a couple more zones done, 4 or 5 zones done, 6 zones done or whatever, maybe even small ones, start to dive into other biomes, and you know, get something out for people to actually play. Because here's the thing, like I went pretty hard this last like week or so, and I think I could go a little bit harder if I really wanted to, like sacrifice my fucking relationships and everything. That being said, can't really sustain that, and I have other stuff to do, so that's what I would like to do, I think, if I could. Hey Liz? Hold on. Technically about 3 years so far. It's fun to speculate. That's fair. You don't have to answer. I sort of answered. All you need to appreciate them is but I don't even know that number. 300 billion. More transparent than other games. I figure another year until proof of concept is close, and then it's whatever happens with the investors funding, and who knows. Yeah. I don't know anything about art. Is it just an innate skill, or no, it's not an innate skill. There's some things that you can do to get better. And of course there's mortar skill that helps, but if you can write, you have the ability to draw. There's no, it's just training your eye and everything. Like Justin, when I started this, like, I started really young, like wanting to be a concept artist or whatever, and like I sacrificed, I would say, my entire life for this goal to be sort of doing the stuff that I'm doing right now. So there's like like I didn't go to any parties like ever. I lost a couple birthdays to just doing art. Didn't socialize as a teenager much with anyone but my close friends that also just played video games and stuff like that. After work, there was no break. It was over to art, and I know that art is, but I took it seriously. I took it like seriously, like another job. So it does take hard work. There's no way around that aspect of it if you're taking it seriously. And I don't really suggest it unless you need to be creative, because that's something that I talked about this before on the last stream. Like, if it's something that you need to do, then I would suggest it, yes, but otherwise, yeah. Want me a fancy M&M hat and shirt and backpack and mug and mouse pad and thong? Okay, Stoic. We'll get you a Goblin female onesie. Just wishful thinking, curiosity. We haven't. So said it releases when it releases. True. Hope you found some better life balance. I would do a tattoo with Sean's face for sure. Let's see. I've heard of Starving Artist. Well, I don't know back because I want to look at it every so often. Very excited about the game and what you're all doing, says Cornbread Plays Games. John Diaspera says, Goblin, what tablet do I use? I use the Cintiq 22 HD. It's like a 10-year-old Wacom screen tablet. It's fantastic. I would not change it for just about anything. Maybe higher resolution, but it's fine. It works great. And he also says, talent is your entry-level skill, and after that, it's all bootstrapping and being able to look at your work with a critical eye against your ideal. That is very well said. That is very well said. Love playing the game during the stress test. Curious about the difference between M&M and EQ. Lots of differences. Dude, Monty. Oh man, that is so well said. That's great. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? when you post this publicly, I want to go. I want to go over that. Cornbread like cornbread makes me miss South Carolina. I had to swallow a lot of difficult pills with 3 yard. I mean, still have to. Yeah. Therion subscribed with Prime? Dude, you don't gotta do that. Alright, okay, hold on. Let's figure this out. Also, Monty, whenever you want, look, I can even shut down the stream, you know, whenever you're ready or want to or whatever. I would love to look at some of the stuff, some of the texture work being put into the 3D painting stuff that we're doing, or the vertex painting stuff. I know I said that, but I just want to reiterate it. I'm excited. I want to see if it looks good or bad or terrible, and what to work on and all that stuff. Texture work has been a lot of, especially for our style, it's been a lot of like me. It's like my dragon, you know. I want to conquer it. Thank you guys for making this game so excited. Hell yeah. Okay, so basically, let's see, I just started. Maybe I'll go for an hour or two, or something like that, and then will that be a good time? Let me know, because if you want me to end stream sooner, I can end stream sooner. It's for the betterment of the development of the game. The stream will understand. Okay, two hours sounds good. I'll try and get these pants and the greaves fixed up, and then I might tackle the cape to get those like really fleshed out, and then we should be good to go on the Wormsbane set, the old Marie set that we have been sort of reworking like again and again and again, just because we keep on changing our character system. And so we're like, okay, is this gonna hit the mark? Is this gonna hit the mark? Is this gonna hit the mark? And so now I've sort of been finally looking at finishing that off and making it like the final version of it. Let's see. What classes did you all try during the network test? If we played, Tetsui says I played cleric. Didn't know there was a bard. Would have played that if you could. I played a little gnome cleric. Little people clerics for the win. Dwarf bard here. Thought it was super fun. Okay, hold on. I'm just typing Ollie. He's getting some stats from the first playtest, which is very exciting. You already know what I played: Gobbo Rogue and Gnomes the Elementalist. Of course, I played a Goblin Shaman, and then I also played a Goblin Enchanter, and then I also played a Goblin Fighter, and then I also played a Goblin. What else did I play? No, that was it. Those three. That was so funny. You know what I found, and I don't know whether this is a good thing or not, but sometimes it's just, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, okay, but sometimes it's just much better to like cut your losses, delete your character, and make the same fucking character. like I don't. Sometimes it's just better and easier that way. Also, I watched your video, EQOA. Sorry for sending you down the fucking the rogue quest, man. I understand that it I think once we, okay, so hold on. There's this thing that I came up with last stream. You saw it. The signs. I want to do those signs and see how. I think those should be actually like a kind of a priority, and I want to put them around the city, or have them be put around the city with the right, text and everything, and. Okay, hold on. What does this look like? That's not bad. Maybe it could be a little bit brighter. So that people don't have such a goddamn hard time finding everything. They can actually set, like, we have the thing so it's set up to go around the city, and that's what we want people to do, but we need more landmarks. We're going to be propping out the city a little bit more so people can memorize it, but we also need more signs. I want there to be a goddamn like a general store in the night market. I just think that, and I want there to be like an actual like tag for the guards, Hold on one second. Now that I think about it, actually, is there a way to see all the text typed at guards? That. That would be amazing. AQA, I enjoyed how your wife took stock of the situation, decided to step back and just enjoy the ride. We have programmed to play games a lot differently than we are used to. Yeah, that's true. How will traps work in the game? Very dangerous and hard to see. I think we want a lot of it to be like mud based, and people to do like perception checks and shit. If I'm not mistaken. So like goblins are renowned for having and knowing secrets. So you know what I would love, and maybe, hold on, is Nick here? Nick. Where's Nick? Live streams. At Nick. You free to jump into chat on stream? Despite, well, here there's I think it was I was watching some of the Kevin Jordan's streams, and it was great because he's like, dude, you need people to have kind of bad experiences here and there. If everything's always really good, you know, and it has to be, you want it to be like it's sort of intended, you know, bad experiences or like tough, you know, going through like things, you know, and then being able to come out the other side with like an appreciation for remembering it and having gone through it and everything. Like, you want a little bit of that in your game. Michael Gillard, I'll answer your question if I can in a bit. I think a lot of it is like mud based, so you take perception checks, but what I want is goblins to have a feat that will be like secret detection, and so they get a little mud thing that like goes down, and they're like little description, like your senses tingle, you know, something's not quite right, or something, like, you know, something sort of generic that goes there. Maybe there's like a couple different descriptions that we could apply. So it's just like any mud sort of just triggers that for goblins. That might be too intense though, so we'd have to balance it, because we don't want them to trivialize things, but we do want them to have a little bit of that expertise. That's something that I would like, and that's what I wanted to talk to Nick about on stream. Well, I asked him to join like the chat, but if he's not available, that's all cool. Yeah, you have to take it up on, or take it on the chin a couple, or here and there, ups and downs. You have to learn. You don't go down that fucking road. You see that road, you turn around. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things that are like everybody's sort of like really used to this very casual type of play, right? But they don't know the tools to. So I think it would be like really good to have the tools, or to teach people the tools to like Like, I know you could fail and everything, but I would actually kind of like players, if they're smart, if they're engaged, if they're playing like a fucking puzzle game, playing the game like a puzzle game, you know, and they're like exploring, they're using logic. They don't have to run into these walls of like running around for like 2 hours, or they don't run into the wall of like dying and then losing all their stuff, you know, where like people are like, oh, there's a bank, well, I'm going on an adventure, maybe I shouldn't take all my gold because it weighs a lot, I'm not going to be needing it, I'll put my gold in my bank, and I'll take these bags, and I'll mem my spells, and I'll keep my spell book in my bank, and I bought this other one just in case, you know, and then I'll take the cheap one with me, or whatever it is, you know, and like, so like I would like for smart players that treat the game like with a little bit of like, you know, critical thinking, to be able to like avoid a lot of these pitfalls. Right now the game's not at that moment, right? Like, we don't teach the player, the things are there, but we don't teach the player how to, or that you're supposed to, or that, like, you know, none of those elements are there. And so it's just kind of like, we're kind of sitting here being like, tough luck, kind of get fucked, better luck next time. That's sort of my take on it. How will PvP work? Good versus evil, faction-based, free-for-all? Faction-based, as far as I know. There was a talk about a ever-changing PvP zone in the middle of the world. But otherwise, there would be a separate server for PvP if we do it, and on PvE servers, it would be like consent-based PvP. There is going to be like faction-based stuff, like, you know, in terms of guards and cities and everything. But yeah, I don't think it'd be really funny if we did like an RP server and we just straight up like didn't allow certain races to like group with other races unless they had faction. That'd be fucking sick. Yes, I love Discovery to an extent, and half my problem with things is like WoW is you all but can't fail at WoW and Diablo 4. That's the retail WoW. Yes, I agree with that. Classic, you can fail, and it sucks. And you can be put into a pretty rough spot, but you can grind your way out. But it's never too rough of a spot, because you never have to actually like go get your corpse or whatever. Do like extra thought that goes into what you bring and you don't. Reminds me of old school Final Fantasy. Yes, it does. Where you have to stock up and you know, you're like, okay, should I go to this inn? Should I not? Should I spend that gold? And you're kind of weighing your time versus your resources, and you're making risks based off of how much mana and how much healing and how much health and who you think you're going to run into, and you know, that's great. Where you had to think before a boss fight or a rough dungeon, just what lineup of your party should be. You go in, get stomped out, lost 2 hours of progress. The next time, you know, you bring a caster with silence, put a fire resist ring on your fighter. Yep, yeah. Losing 2 hours of progress, I would quit for a while. Yeah, but when you're a kid, Losing 2 hour progress, whatever. This fucking whatever. Eminem is doing what made me fall in love with RPGs to begin with. I mean, before I got online, old school Final Fantasy, sit back, think, plan, have a smoke. Oh shit, it's 2 a.m. already? Yeah. Tetsui says, what MMOs have I played? What MMOs have I played? I think my first MMO was RuneScape. Then played a little bit of classic WoW, but I was just a teenager. Well, I was actually like, it was probably like 13 or 12. And then when I played classic WoW, I got my warlock up to like 30. And then the last week of my sub, I didn't do anything. I didn't level shit. All I did was hang out with friends that I never got to see again. And then what else? What else did I play? I've tried pretty much, well, I've tried a lot of MMOs since. So like, I've played, I continued on the WoW binge. My friend was always much better at WoW than I was. Played and started a lot sooner, was able to have a sub and all that stuff. I was poor, so I didn't get any of that. And plus my parents didn't like me playing so much, even though I played a lot of other games. What else? I was kind of excited for WildStar when it came out, but I wasn't a fan of how actiony it was. I was like, and also some of the races that didn't quite hit as hard as WoW. As like, oh, this is just WoW, but like sci-fi and a little bit more knocked off, which is fine, but they weren't like as archetypal as I think that I would like. Even back then, they weren't as archetypal as I'd like. What else? Guild Wars 2, I was on the Guild Wars 2 release stuff. I didn't get too far. I never really get too far into MMOs. I think, like I love them, but always something like falls off, I think. And I'm not too big on the level grinding train, I guess. Like, or like, I did that for WoW a lot, actually. Even in Pandaria and Warlord, like I leveled characters every single expansion, mostly for the PvP. I really like the PvP in WoW. I think their PvP is probably the best PvP I've ever played in like almost any game. It's so good. I love it. Love LOSing, love the 20 plus abilities that you have it to, you know, it's, but I mean, a great PvP game doesn't make a great MMO, in my opinion. So the MMO kind of got it because they focused too much on homogenizing classes so that they could be balanced for PvP. Let's see. Oh, Nick might be here in 5 minutes, so I can ask him about the Goblin traits. I'm reading what EQ said. Babe, we all died? Fuck. Yeah, I fell asleep a lot during mop raids. wasn't engaging enough for me. I just asked for that Thursday and Friday off for classic WoW Plus release. Oh yeah, the WoW Plus stuff. One of the best moments in my gaming history, to be honest, like just in terms of like how much it stuck with me, was, and because I think it was my first time ever like experiencing it. Dude, RuneScape's the Wild. I said the Wild? Was it Wildlands? No, I think it was the Wild. Oh my god. That gives me chills thinking about it. There's like this line that you don't cross, cause like now everything could be lost. I was like, that's fucking sick. But everything, you know, you could fuck someone up. Player killing in the wildy? Yeah. Oh yeah, the wilderness, that's what it's called. Magnetars says, I think raiding is the bane of MMOs. They drive stats up, and while they are fun they are a fun endpoint, they detract from the journey that became the focus later. Yeah, well, we're not doing raids. Not really. We're doing like excursions where you have to really prep and there's no way to get all your stuff like over to this area. You have to prep and then you have to go all the way to this other area, and then you do your thing and then you come back, and then and when you come back, that's when you can re-engage with the world and you know, get consumables and farm for some other stuff. But yeah, we want excursions to be like huge. Will there be subclasses, specializations for the classes? Well, you'll be able to sort of do that on your own. So like, just in the spells that you choose to play with, right? When you mem things, or how your stats are built or whatever, right? Okay, I'm a little bit more of a healer. Okay, I'm a little bit more of attack damage or whatever. Okay, I'm a little bit more like, I'm this type of player, you know, I'm filling this type of role. You'll be able to choose that on your own. You know, like a fighter being, if you bring a sword and board, then you can expect that you're going to be more tanky, versus if you're a fighter and you bring dual wielding. You know, I'd imagine there's even a place for a fighter with a bow to do, or with a bow to like assist in certain things. And maybe you don't use the bow entirely, but you are a weapons master. That's kind of how we see our fighters. So no, don't worry about that, Magnetars. We understand. We won't have that much what's it called? We won't have that much like we might have multi-group content, but like, that's something that I remember John being pretty explicit about, is that we need to find something other than raids that don't just you know, make everything else just lame and stop people from engaging in the world. I think that's where excursions sort of come from. Personally, I would really like it if excursions made you like we're like a month's worth of like prep. I would love that. I think that would be so fucking cool. Because then it's like actually like, hey Nick, okay, here's my question. So we were talking about traps, okay? We're talking about traps, and my question was, how are we like engaging the player with traps and stuff? Are we doing mud options, right? Like if we like do like a check or something, then, or a perception check, like there's a chance that people like see it and go, oh, okay, well maybe we'll watch out for this. Volumes associated with traps, and they should be visible in the world. Yeah. And so like, so there's like invisible like pitfalls and stuff like that, right? So my question is, how would we do a goblin trait that interacts with that? Because the lore sort of hints towards this this like secret finding. Would we do, or would we want a percentile chance for a mud to trigger that like in the goblins mud actions or whatever, that is like you feel a tingle or whatever? Or would we want people to do slash, you know, perception check or whatever the heck, where they have like a chance to sort of see it, and that has like a cooldown, so you can't just perception check it, or like ticks off or whatever, so you can't just keep going, keep trying. I'm sort of wondering about that, because was the first one suggesting a pop-up warning? Well, it'd be like a little description that pops up only in the goblins, you know, where if they chose that secret finding trait, you know, it would pop up and be like, something's slightly wrong, and you're like, wait, what? And then you know, then there's also this other trait or this other thing, you know, it could be like 5 different things that pop up that, like, you know, like shivers are sent down your spine, or, you know, your spidey sense is tingling, you know, your gobbo sense is tingling, that sort of thing, where you're walking and then something shows up, and so you need to pay attention, and maybe you could have a little sound effect that goes twing, or you could just leave it at that, and then people have to pay attention to whether or not there's something, or you could have a perception check, or you could have both. Because then they would actually be useful and parties would want them. And that's sort of the point, because otherwise parties aren't going to want gobbos. Oh, also, it sort of got a little awkward because the music ended. Well, I don't think I've ever listened to the Diablo 1 soundtrack. I'm gonna give it a shot. Be cool if raid events were epic and took a whole server working together to beat and have them be longer siege events that took like a week. That would be fucking insane. We were talking about making mud actions more visible sometimes, so this is like a good idea to add to that convo. I like it. Cool. And maybe it's both, maybe it's one, maybe it's another. Maybe there's just a chance that it triggers a little mud thing on your side, you know, like a 50% chance, and then you have to keep perception checking. So there's like a little bit, you can't depend on one or the other. You can't just walk in and be like, I know all the secrets. You know, there's a chance that you still have to go, but then like there's something like, say you're walking forward, like I perception check, it's safe. I walk forward and then my thing goes off and it goes, oh my god, my perception check failed, but then like the innate perception check saved me, and that's pretty fucking cool. Sorry, I've just been ranting. I need to get to painting, man. Okay, yeah, I haven't been focusing. I told Monty that I would only stream for a little bit so that I can talk with him, and so I just need to get focused, because I've just had this up and I've just been not doing work. There's a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do on these pants. Anyway, that was pretty much it. I was just wanting to talk to you about that, Nick. Yeah, and also another thing, a random thing. You're not really the guy to talk to on this, but I think we need a what's it called? A general merchant or something that sort of catch all that doesn't give as good of deals or whatever. That's more upfront, that people can sort of go to. I kind of think that way, because man, did I look for a general store, or maybe even if we don't have one, we just have the guards recognize that we don't have one, because and that was another thing. And that, anyway, you don't have to be here for this. But I really want to see what people, if we can get the data on what people were talking to, like what people talk to the guards about. Like when they have a guard targeted and they say, where's this? I would love to know, because I saw a couple people using the guards as like, you know, and I was like, okay, well, I want to know what they're asking, what kind of words are they using, because then we can like find the top 20 or whatever and write responses to it. You know what I mean? Always keep an eye out on that. Fake military ranks? That would be sick. Hey, Twirl. Sorry I'm not reading out your messages, by the way. Everybody's just, they're so active in chat, and I'm like, man, I need to finish this painting. I need to finish this texture. So you guys can enjoy it. I might just only finish these pants this stream. Also, I'm gonna change this circle to a diamond. We talked about how circles get stretched really weird, but diamonds, it's more acceptable, like texture-wise. So we're changing it to a diamond. Doesn't mean that there won't be circles, but where we can chill out. Way to make the traps more interesting is randomly spawning them in different areas, so you can't just take a goblin out once and know it for every single time. Well, I'll one-up you. Don't randomly spawn them, but have them be based off of different time in the dungeon or on a loop. So if one person or one group falls in, you know, maybe, or like two groups fall in, instead of randomly, because I think Ollie was pretty not happy about this idea of random. But you have this pre-placed like other version that it then like falls back on. So there is mastery involved. It's just more mastery than what people are used to. There's a dungeon, and it's nighttime at 12 o'clock or whatever, like the moon is high. This trap should be resetting. We can skip past it if we go now. And then there's like it's like, okay, here we can wait 5 minutes. We can do 2 camps here, and then the next trap will be reset by the skeleton guards. And then we can move past this area with ease without being poison gassed. Now cast this on, you know, like a certain certain mob so that he doesn't trigger. You know, just cool things like that, where it's like there's a pattern, it's recognizable, it's incredibly difficult to know all the ins and outs. But that to me is a lot more depth than random. Random means like, but I just have to be on my toes at all time. It's like, no, if you're a guy and you're an adventurer and you know a trap, you know, and like you've been in this place so many times, you're gonna know. You're gonna know where all the traps is, when all the traps are, and when other people fall into them, you know, you can sort of laugh, but then help them out, or you can, you'd be like, yo, hold on, just don't go any further, and they're like, what? Why? You're like, just wait 5 minutes, trust me, and then someone else goes by, gets hit, you know, by the trap, and they're like, Jesus, well, that's why I told you not to go. And then you wait that extra little time, and so it adds like some mastery so that other players can like talk to other people and be like, this is this guy knows his stuff. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's ideal, in my opinion, is that players or that we make like sort of a complicated set of traps or whatever, or not so complicated. Maybe the early dungeons aren't so bad, and then the later dungeons are just like brutal. Have you ever seen that one horror movie, Grave Encounters? What Space Fist? You know all about Grave Encounters. See, that's cool. Great flick for the whole family. Okay, so it's hold on. Do you care? Do you care anything about like horror movies, ghost movies? Like, because I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna spoil it right now. Second one is garbage, but it was also kind of fun. Essentially, there's this. No one's saying anything. Okay, so essentially, there's this this mental hospital. What mental hospital? What is that called? Psych ward. There's this psych ward, and it's supposedly haunted. Whatever. And people go in, and they just can't escape, right? And then the layout of the whole thing starts to change on them, and so the front door isn't the front door anymore, and just things like that. Eventually they escape and they end up like going back in. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, point is, everybody thought it was so random, but I think it's in the second movie. It might have been the second movie. The guy that you thought just like died is still alive, and he's acting sort of like that, like a what's that guy from? Yeah, that guy, Ratman from Portal, where he's all like beardish or whatever. But he knows the layout. He knows the layout, and he knows the time of like when the doors change, and he's able to lead this second group, and it's really cool. He's crazy. Yeah, but it was like this, like it wasn't just random, so that's kind of scary. But then it was like he knows a lot, and he's able to like track the times and everything. What was I doing? Right. Sounds like me writing code. It's all random, but I know what I'm doing. Alright, okay. That's enough of me fooling around. I need to get this. And this can go straight across. Like so. This can go straight across, and this can go straight across, and this can go straight across. That's nice. All right. There we go, there we go. Alright, so what does that look like for... See what I mean? That's cool. That looks pretty good. The... Oh, actually, hold on. The layers or whatever are way fucking off. So the colors are all whack. But even with the colors being super whack and not following the points, still looks pretty cool. That's a good quality. Good. The Thieves games had some insane asylum levels. Wonder if... No, that should be good. Okay, let's organize this so it's not so... Get this whole section here figured the hell out. This is some Chainsaw Massacre stuff. It sounds like a chainsaw. People running away. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. 100%. Scariest moments in gaming, good at developing suspense. Oh, I just get it. Had some insane asylum levels. Yo. That guy's smart. It was great. It went right over my head. That or I'm just dumb. Gonna go with the latter. Okay, we'll see how this looks, because I don't know how it's gonna look. Oh, it's not bad at all. I thought that would look much worse than it is. Team Vash says sexy. Alright, well, I'll do this. Save it. And see how that looks. Alright, okay. Gotta get the highlights in there at the right time and place. The fuck am I saying? Time and place? No, I just need to put it there. What the hell? Sorry. Sometimes, dude, my streamer brain just takes over and I just have to say things. And I'm sorry for that. I just like the okay, like I feel like I need to fill the void with like something. And so I say dumb things like that. Which is okay. There's this what's that thing where there's like this idea that like incompetent people think that they're really like competent because they can't tell how bad of a job that they're doing. Oh no! Nick, no! We need to get that! We need to get that, like, in, man. Dunning-Kruger? That's what it's called. Yeah. Dude, Nick, we need to track what people say to our NPCs. 100% we need to track that. We need logs for every NPC, man. Because then we can see what people are trying to, like, say to them. How's it going, Sitarip? And then it's not like guesswork on us, where we go, oh, this would be good, right? We just go, okay, let's pick the top 20, write replies to them, boom. What did people say, like in, I don't know what it would be in, like, what order, you know? Oh no, it looks like we need another surprise test to talk to guards, right? Well, the tech needs to be in there. I don't know how or if, like, we plan on tracking that. I am 100% an advocate for that, because then we have the data to be like, it would also be nice to know when, like, it would be nice to know also, like, put that into, like, I suppose, like a matrix, to be like, this is the first thing that people said to the guards, or to the NPC. Here's the second thing that people said to the NPC. Here's the third thing. And then if we get the first one down, like how many times will the second, like the next test or whatever, will the second one even show up? And then how many times will the third one show up? We might log player typings. I just don't know if we log player typing specifically while having guards targeted. Okay, sorry. The thing that I was talking about, I was bringing up the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's because that's such a fucking catch-22. Some, you know, like I'm going here. I'm like, man, I suck. And then someone comes up to me like, no, you don't suck, dude. It, like, recognizing that you think that you suck actually is like a thing that, you know, it's like the anti Dunning-Kruger effect. They say that and they're like I don't know, recognizing that, like, you might be dumb is actually a sign of intelligence. And I'm like, or I'm just dumb. Which one is it? You know what I mean? Well, that's the thing. How much do I suck? I don't fucking know. So anyway, that went through my head. I don't know why. I was just thinking about it just now. Not related to anything that any of you guys said. It just went through my head. You need to climb out of the valley of despair and get onto the slope of enlightenment that goes downhill. Uh-huh. Maybe it's an artist thing. feel like I'm acutely aware of like criticism and stuff, and I just take it. I'm like, yeah, you're right, and then like now I'm sort of, or I used to, but now I'm like, no, it's fucking wrong. This is great. You suck. It's a balance. It's a balance of being able to be good enough. It's like, have you guys ever heard like Ridley Scott just like talk about his films? I don't know if you guys, but oh my god, he's so confident. He's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, I guess you do know what you're doing. You made Blade Runner, you made Alien. Made Gladiator. Him saying Decker is a replicant is the dumbest shit ever, though. But isn't he? Also, what's the fucking point of the... Well, then what's the fucking point of the the little unicorn? Or is it the fact that he said it? The atmosphere in that movie was fucking amazing. Holy shit. What a goddamn... Like, even if you don't like the... Because, you know, the pacing for me, that movie, a little, it's okay. But holy fucking shit, the atmosphere, the prop design, like, everything about that, that's classic. Mind you, fucking holy shit, studio interference. Well, that soundtrack kind of was meh, to be honest. Sorry, Diablo. It's okay. Yeah, but sometimes I say really dumb things to NPCs. That's great. Yeah, but I don't know. George Lucas is a different being. He's a different... I wouldn't put him in quite in the same territory. Because, I mean, that sort of thing was supposed to exist from the beginning, and it's just like studio interference fucking... No. Gotta spell it out. No, we can't... No, I like the director's cut. It's like the same thing with the Aliens and Prometheus. I actually quite like Covenant. I think it's I quite like it. I think there's a little bit of like things went wrong, and so of course we go, oh wow, well you could have fucking avoided that if you just didn't, if you had helmets or whatever. But I'd imagine that their tech is so crazy that like they know within, you know, 90% accuracy or whatever, and maybe you could tell the audience that the tech is so advanced that it's like, no, of course they're going to trust the tech and be able to just walk on this planet like it's, you know, like it's nothing. Though I do understand that maybe some alarm bells should have gone off when they heard absolutely no birds, no life, no nothing. But also people are dumb. So I mean, especially that crew. I mean, they're he's a goblin, adding no to the Return of the Jedi, worst edition ever. I wonder. Was it a 3-hour drive? And Prometheus was okay. They got a lot of crap for like human stupidity, and you know, like, maybe just once we'd like to see something go incredibly wrong for people, like, you know, like, I'd like to see, you know, people that are smart, you know, handle things, and that's what Ripley was. That's what Ripley was in the first film. She was the audience going, no, don't fucking do that. Right? Like, she was the smart one. Everybody else just kind of fucked things up for her. That's really good. I like that. And then the same thing. I wish that there were other characters that were sort of the same, but then the dynamics of of Covenant was actually quite great, because you had this guy that, you know, wasn't captain. You know, he only happened to get, you know, this idea of captain, but he wasn't the true captain, right? He was trying to assert, you know, his dominance and be a leader, but he's not a leader, and so everybody suffered because of it. And he made dumb calls that, you know, that's what Ripley would have done, and would say, no, we shouldn't go down there. So, yeah, no, I like it. I like it. Ambiguous Space Jockey was so much better. I didn't like Aliens, actually. I mean, I accept it and I like it. Okay, actually, I do like it. I do like Aliens. But boy, did I really not like what they did to this creature. You know, you're looking at it like this is like the hell beast. You know, this is like, that's what they were like going after, was this is the most biologically advanced like thing ever, right? And maybe there's some limits to biology, and that's fine, but it was just like, what are we just, we're just shooting them now? This thing used to be scary, and now we're just like mowing them down with turrets. Mind you, director's cut, but Alien 2 is kind of lost that extra like the intensity of the xenomorph. Though everything else about it was fucking cool. Oh, part of that, so magnetars. I wanna hear what you, what you're responding to. Well, part of that is saying this level of genetic engineering is earned, not simply acquired or stolen. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm not sure if you're talking about Prometheus or you're talking about Covenant, because both could apply. Who were the real idiots in Prometheus, though? The one guy that went, oh, little snake, let's touch him. And the one girl that took off her helmet and was like, the air's fine here. Mind you, my guess is that she trusts her technology, which is fitting for her character. Was it a her or was it a him? His character? No, that guy was just cocky. I forget who took off their helmet first. I think it was the guy. I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen it. I recently watched the monster design for here's I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna fucking say it. I think the movie would have been a lot better received if they went with the original design for what's his name? Is it Feifel? Feifel? I forget his name. Well, Leo, they were just going to take a look. That was it. And their tech had... That's my thing, is I wish that they invested a little bit more time in the storytelling, just talking about how much people trust their technology. Because we see it already. We see people trusting technology, trusting AI, when they really shouldn't. But imagine how it's going to be in the future. AI tells you this planet is good to go. It's actually better in every way than the planet that you were going to go to. And you've run the diagnostics, and it's like, well, fuck. If it ran the diagnostic and it's better and it's right here, let's just take a look. And they're not taking the whole race down. They're just going, let's just take a look. One adventure out, and we'll come back, and then we'll reassess. It turns out that the one adventure out happened to have the most incredibly dangerous biotechnology or bioweapon ever in the world created. So, I mean, there's that. They kind of got unlucky with that, to be fair. But, I mean, there wouldn't be a movie if they just went down and everything went well and it was a drama about settling a new planet. You know, the only reason we're talking about it is because things went bad. And it's an alien movie, right? You know things are going to go bad. And so we're able to call people stupid. I mean, honestly, we have a lot in common. Us as MMO players have a lot in common with the Prometheus crew. We're dungeoning. We're and the Covenant crew. We're going in. Like, there's a big dragon there. I don't know. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's do it. And everybody's like, dude, there's a fucking big dragon there. I don't think we should do it. And I was like, dude, we got 6 of us. It's fine. You're a healer. I can block things. You know, like, that's what I'm... Well, here's the thing. Does the bioweapons... We don't know if the bioweapons predate the engineers. We know that the engineers started to utilize it, but we don't know if that sort of thing was actually genetic engineering. We see a alien... we see the alien in a mural in Prometheus that David reverse engineers in Covenant to make, quote unquote, the perfect specimen, and that's what he has now a full crew to do. Well, you know, hundreds or thousands of people, you know, to carry on the human race to fucking... But who knows, even he starts to mess up, so maybe he makes some big mistake and doesn't end up making the perfect choices for reverse engineering and stuff. We don't know. We don't know. It's cool. It's cool that we don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just like... what's her name? Who's the Covenant main lady? Rivers? She was against the whole thing, but she got outvoted for people to just take a look. So I don't know. It's a... I'm sort of still on the idea that it... And it wasn't a really good leader, right? He was man of faith, and as he said he would be logical, he may not have been as logical as he could have been. Anyway, that's enough about like, Alien Covenant and everything. It's not the most perfect movie, I will say that, you know, but it's pretty good. And holy moly, is the art on that fucking gross. Oh my god, it's so cool. Well, there you stumble into trying to perfect nature through artificial means. Oh man. That's a whole thing on its own. They may have found it. It's hard to make a prequel, especially so many years later. True. It is hard to make a prequel. Okay, let's see. Look at that fucking detail, dude. Oh my god. I'm awesome. Sometimes I'm able to say that. Wasn't Ridley Scott like that? He was like fucking people on their phones. You know, I think it was Duelist. No, the last duel. He got pissed off because people don't want to see like real things. By the way, Last Duelist, great film. Do not watch it on your first on your first date. Or on a date at all, actually. Don't watch it on a date. It's not a good film for that. Watch that at your own risk. It's a great film. Don't watch it on the first date. But no, okay, just so you guys understand where I'm coming from on this, on the whole Alien Covenant thing. The one thing that I really, really think is true is if you do something with intention, and that's the main thing. You have to. I always like to assume competence on the artist or director or writer's side. Sometimes you can't ignore it. They just suck. But I tend to give all that I can in terms of, you know, like what the writer wants to say, or like if the writer says that this happened, and as a fan or as someone that goes, well, why didn't they just do this? There's a reason that it didn't happen, and either we know it or we don't know about it. And, you know, depending on how glaring that is, the Prometheus and Alien stuff, I think, can be explained away pretty easily if you're in the right mindset. Most of it having to do with how much people trust technology, what the future is going to be like, in regards to that. And it's just a total different mindset about what space travel is, and like, you know, like we're out in space and it's been a normal thing for 50 years, 20 years, 100 years, whatever the fuck. It's like, you know, so I tend to just, if the artist or writer says that is true, and we need to figure out why it's true, or pick up on the clues as to why it is true if they want us to know it's true. And then sometimes it just sucks because you can go, well, why didn't they just do that? And it's like a glaring plot hole, right? They think that they've explained everything, and that's what I think the alien stuff sort of does, is they don't explain everything, and so there's a lot of leeway and a lot of, you know, things that can come across as like, well, this is just not thought of, and versus like imagine if you're making like a Clue or like a whodunit murder scenario, and there's just like it's like, well, that's it right there, you should put that together, and like they didn't think that you could put that together. Like, that's a different issue. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's how I tend to approach art. And of course, we already knew of the aliens, and they didn't. Yeah, Liz. It's just hard because the perspective is so different, not to be mean to youngings. Well, and their perspective is also so different. The people in the film. Like, one generation, and we're already sort of accepting it. Imagine, like, 10 generations, and these guys are, like, space travel? What the fuck ever. Yeah, now I don't know how many aliens have they run into. Has, you know, like, life run into, as human life run into? 0? You know, Weyland Yutani. They're doing some fucked up shit. Now that they've run into fucking alien life. Anyway, I'm gonna drop the alien stuff. I have a feeling I'm alienating some of the viewers. Almost none, just some weird biological evidence that only a few people know about. Yeah, the crew didn't even really know about it, did they? They didn't think that we were on a... I think they sorta did. And then they're hit with like this... Oh yeah, no, they did. They were like, we're searching for life. And then Weyland was like, I'm searching for forever life. I forget if they lied to... I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen Prometheus, so... Forgive me. Maybe I'm defending it too hard and it needs to be taken down a notch. Though I think if they changed the design of that one guy, it would have been way cooler. The baby head. You guys should check that out if you haven't. It's fucking sick. The monster design that they vetoed for the practical effects. They should have gone with the CGI. It's one of the few things they should have gone with the CGI. Hey Dargoth. Echo the Wizard, thanks for saying that my textures have soul. Appreciate it. I'm glad. It's been in that's been in the what's it called? The Rubicon? What the fuck's that called? Lexicon? Of a lot of my friends, art friends and stuff. They say soul way too fucking easy, and I'm just like, stop it. Just because it's quirky doesn't mean it has soul. But I guess they're kind of right. By the way, this fucking soundtrack, fucking fire. I like how they had James Franco in the trailers and he was the main character. Then in the movies, his role was like, yeah. It was like fucking nothing. That was funny. Dang, Unique Humans, Event Horizon, that's the one. Oh, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Event Horizon. Alright, I'll give Event Horizon a... I'll add that to the list of things. I already forgot what you said, but I just won't read it again, and then I won't have it spoiled. Dude, not gonna lie, talking movie tastes on stream, it's risky. I could go, I really like this movie, and everybody's like, what the fuck? You know? Jesus. Someone mentions another one, and I'm like, I wasn't into it. They're like, well, this guy's dead to me. He's fucking dead to me. It's terrible taste. I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it. Magnetars. Wait, hold on. Is that the one with Angelina Jolie? Is that what you're talking about? God. Every movie has someone that likes it. Except Twilight. No, except the last fucking Harry Potter movie. Dude, that one sucked. Boo! Not gonna lie, I really liked the first Harry Potter movie and second Harry Potter, like both of them, fucking full of insane amounts of like magic. I loved it. I thought they were great. They did a really good job of capturing like the wonder, and like they had these like goofy names, and you know, like it was your perfect like coming of age story where he's like, oh my god, you could go through fucking walls, and it was just full of novelty and magic, and it was fucking sick. Okay? First Harry Potter movie, bomb. Second Harry Potter movie, also bomb. Then they sort of trickle off. At some point, the costume guys went, this whole magic thing, magic robes, no, let's Let's immediately date ourselves by having them wear a cardigan and jeans. So I don't know. They're on their way. This part right here, fucking bomb. I love this detail. I think that looks great. I just need to do the rest like it. So I can just go up here. And I need to change that. These are taking a lot longer than I thought they would. But that's a good thing. It means that I'm taking the effort, putting in the effort to make a really good texture. Interview with a vampire doesn't have. What's that? Forget. Does that have Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt? Or both? Yeah, I have not touched the butt yet. This value right here needs to come all the way over here. And here, and here. Is that really as bright as it goes? Alright, so let's see. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the butt in a different context in a moment. Once I get it where I want it to be. I think I don't want it to have that bit right there. And I think I want it to have something like that. Oh, that's not good. Alright. Gotta be careful with this section. A lot of people are going to be looking at this for a long time. Is it dimples? Why is there dimples? Alright, let's quickly... Let's change our perspective a little bit. Okay. Okay. so now let's not have it be too like foldish. Oh, that's not good. I don't know why. Yeah, this is gonna be tough because we have to sort of not go too quickly into a dive, essentially. So this part can actually probably go like that. And in fact, I'm just gonna get rid of all that. So much so that the fucking my thing went, yo, chill. Let's see. Not Costanza says, "Hey Goblin, hey folks. My shaman did well well at the weekend. He got a bid smacking stick, a nice fancy shirt, trousers, some shoes, and a pretty necklace. Good. Hello, little goblin." Let's see. Going human female force update. Then we're going to go features, or no, player equipment. And we're going to add on legs, worms, bane, eroded leggings. And we're right back where we were. And other fly camera enabled. Looking at the butt again. And let's try and get this right. What I think I'm gonna do is try and pull the attention to the big stitches, and so it's less about the butt curvature and more about the fabric. See how that works. Fucking looks terrible. Damn it. Looks really bad, actually. Alright, that didn't work. Let's chill out then on that. Okay. Now let's see how that looks with the human male. Doesn't look too bad. I think maybe there's a possibility of chilling out that. But now that you hear, the real question is, what does it look like on the ogre? Oh. Oh yeah. Though the ogre butt does need to be fixed because he kind of has a diaper butt. I think this part needs to kind of come up here like that. And then let's see. Ogre female looks really good on ogre female. Except for right here. Gonna send this over to yeah. Ogress is a beefcake. Let's take a look at Dwarf. Oh hell yeah, that works. Even the, because I didn't do the circle or whatever, the square looks really good. Look at the female. Oh, the female is a little stretchy. A little too stretchy. Also wondering if you could massage this UV on these UVs on the dwarf female. Yeah, I think these are stretched and this is squished. So what it needs to do is just unsquish this and, or squish this and unsquish this, and I think we'd be good. The front looks good. Front looks not bad. Let's see. Let's look at the gnome. Gnome looks great. Let's look at the goblin. Where are you at, Gobbo? Back of male Gobbo also has some weird stuff going on near his belt. Female. That's as best as we're gonna get the female. Just because she has such a long body. I guess you could pull this up a bit, but I'm actually kind of okay with it. We could pull that up, but also it's kind of sharp, and I mean it kind of works. Not too great. Maybe we could also pull up the butt on the Gob F, but I'm okay with it actually. Stretching. Alright, let's see. I love the variety and size of the races. The small races are so small compared to the large races, gives them much more character. That was the goal. Yeah, that was the goal. I'm listening to Chrono Trigger, Secret of the Forest remix. Yes. Yeah, there were a lot of goblins. There were a lot of goblins in the playtest. Made me very happy. See how it looks on the halfling. Oh my god, the halfling is like perfect. Maybe we could... No, it's... The halfling's great. Let's look on halfling female. Also similarly great. Yes, CLM, it is lo-fi Chrono Trigger. Alright, and now we're back to human. So, I'm not done this, but holy moly did I make a lot of progress. I'll probably have to actually put in some shadow here in the groin, and then I'll probably want to, well, I'll have to finish off, still want to finish off some of the stuff up here, maybe get some, like what if I did this, you know, just something like that. Eventually I'll put in some like actual folds there or whatever. For right now I think I might actually take a break because I'm running out of steam on this. It looks really good. I think it looks really good. I think I'm in a good position, and then I need to do of course the calves. And then as you can see here, I have it, I need to do the correct, what's it called, burping mask. I need to mask this off correctly so it goes up here and everything. Same thing with this. right? Because right now it's not masking off nearly the right thing. It's just sort of generally in the right place. So I'll need to adjust all the masks for this. But here, let me show you something. I'm going to turn on player equipment. And I'm going to find the Wormsbane eroded tunic. So this is what this goes with. Oh, I might need to heighten the value on this just a bit. Alright, and then this goes with the Wormsbane chain coif. Oh, that's not it. Alright, whatever. Who cares about the helmet? Then we have the... Oh, I haven't done the bracers yet. Have I? Oh, we'll add the bracers. Wormsbane. We're gonna go... Is it eroded? Soldier's Fate. How's it going? Oh, I just need to... I think my thing sort of is taking its time. Alright, so there we go. And this, I haven't even done this yet, so this is like to be finished. It still looks pretty good. And then we need to go over to gloves. We'll go Wormsbane eroded. And for some reason, and you'll have to help me out with that. Alright, that also needs to be fixed. It's a lerp thing. But the gloves go over the bracers. Do you know why that is? Nick? Maybe, hold on, what if I put this on afterwards? Or maybe that's Keith. Maybe that's a Keith thing. Oh, hold on, wait. I need to... Let's get the full thing. And I'll send that. At Keith. Dressing room bracers are going under the gloves. And then we have a waist. So Wormsbane chain waist guard. Same with belt. Same with waist. So usually there would be like a thing that goes over here. And then feet will go Wormsbane eroded. And that is something that I actually have worked on. So here, this is sort of the set. This part right here, now that I'm looking at it, needs to... Let's do shadows. Really quick, I don't know if I'll apply it. But just needs to be sort of like that. A little bit less dark, essentially. Let's see if I can... That looks pretty close. That looks pretty close. Look into the Tomb Raider remaster. They are looking, or Tomb Raider remaster, looking into the classic 1996 or so visuals, bringing a lot of them just up a bit. Reminds me of a lot of Eminem. That's cool as fuck. I'll have to check that out after the stream. But yeah, so this is. Oh, hold on. The legs, where you you need anything. There we go. Oh. It's not what I wanted. Blue? The fuck? Brown leather? Yeah, maybe that works a little bit better. But you get the point. And there will be, and so right now there's also the bracers that isn't showing, and then the belt that's not showing over the front. And then also, I'd imagine you have a cape, and then also you'd have an undershirt as well. So, nice tiara. Oh yeah, I need to repaint that. It's pretty cool how well those textures work on the diversity of models you have. Yeah, it is fucking cool. Especially using humans as a base template. Yeah, because they're... I think we also shortened the legs a bit, so this is a bit stretched, and then for the other shorter races, they have smaller legs, so they're a bit squashed. But it all works fine. I mean, look at that detail, man. You got the ability to do like little ribbings that go through here and here. You got chainmail. You know, we're getting into like, you got little folds here. Like, there's a lot of detail that goes into this. And it's like, that's what I really like the way that it has turned out. And so I want to do this to all the gear pieces. Bring it up to this sort of level. I'll do the masks later. Right? Because if we do this to every single piece of gear, right? And every texture has this amount of detail, your characters are going to be just a pleasure to look at. Here. Now with this guy, I'm gonna move him ahead. I'm going to, I think it was, I also worked on this. I think it was the Wormsbane Claw, this helm. I adjusted it a bit in comparison to what it was. Let me take the this and put it into like bronze metal or something, or is it this? Yeah, there we go. And so I'll have to adjust it even more, I think, but all this work during Proof of Concept going to carry over to live? Of course. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. But what I really wanted to do was check it out on other. So see how it works so well? Let's put this on the ogre. So, in our extreme cases, right, of the ogre being like this big bellied guy, it still looks good. Of course, there's still, like, there's gonna be stuff like this, right? But it all looks and works. Same thing, so let's go over to the ogre female. She doesn't have helmet set up, but as you can see, works amazing. Let's put it on dwarf. Oh, dwarf's helmets aren't quite working at the moment, but the rest of him, look at that. He's fucking armored to the teeth. And of course we'll have, I think we should have a beard model that kind of comes in, that gets enabled when we have certain helmets on. And then we'll go over to the female dwarf. Same thing, it works. That's still bugged. And then let's go over to, because I'm just going over through all the races that we have already, and it looks really good. Gnome, and of course there's like some little issues like here, but the gnome, like the legs here, look so good. One second, this face fucking bothers me. Look at that gnome. And then we'll go over to, finally, we'll go over to Goblin and Halfling. Go over to Halfling. Looks great on Halfling. Looks great on Halfling female. As you can see, their feet are showing. And then finally, let's put it on a Goblin. Looks great on Goblin. And looks great on Goblin female. I'm so happy with this system. For the chest, I wonder if two less of the top folds would turn out. Well, I mean, maybe. That could be a different armor set. And as far as I'm concerned, that can just be a different armor set. The gnome will not punch you. Yeah, the halflings have eyes. Yeah. I had to hop in because someone dropped dwarf porn on the Discord. What? Oh, haha. FYI to me, Orn is a dwarf wearing a normal plate armor. You guys. Alright, okay, sorry for spending a little bit too long on this. I just wanted a little bit of a break from painting. I will be talking to you guys later. See Bjorn message me. I'm gonna respond to that when I can. Probably right after stream. Thank you guys for joining. and letting me take you through the awesome system that we've built. Honestly, it's probably the best MMO system for skinning players ever. It's just the way it is. Sorry, World of Warcraft. Ours is better. Hope everybody has a great day. I might be back, I might not. I got some cleaning to do, and I don't need to tell you anything about my life, actually. I'm gonna watch a movie. I'm gonna go play some laser tag. I'm gonna go swim, skydive. I'm gonna go spelunking. I'm gonna go kill some things. Whatever. See ya. monstersmemories.com. Share the stream with everybody that you know and love and all that. Make some videos on things. That'd be super cool. Bye-bye. Say the thing. What do you mean, say the thing? No, you're totally right. Fuck. Absolutely, you guys have to remember to just...
Oh my god, that makeup! And that dress!
Nailed it, I know, thank you. Moving on.